Up next on Lion TV, we have Paige and Emily with their very last episode of Two Chicks and a Flick, along with What Do You Really Know? Asking SHS trivia questions.
And I'm Jordan Bowman with all your weather updates. All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
Cersei High. Welcome back to another episode of Lion TV. I'm Marley Price.
And I'm Sophia Neighbors, here with this morning's news and announcements. Let's get right into it.
French Club and French Honorary will have a joint meeting on Friday at 7:30 a.m. in the library.
Anyone interested in buying an SHS French sweatshirt may come by Miss McCready's class, room 301, to pay for their sweatshirt. They cost $15. Feel free to stop by to see the design. You do not have to be in French class this year to purchase one.
The parking lot by the gym and pack are completely full. Every spot has been sold. Do not park in someone else's spot. If someone is parked in your spot, call the office and they'll tell you where to park.
To all students checking out, you must sign out of the office every time you leave the campus. Even if the office calls and your parents text you, you must sign out. If you do not, you will be count truant.
This year is full of a lot of hard laughs for us seniors.
That being said, let's send it over to Emily and Paige for their very last segment of Two Chicks and a Flick.
Good morning, Cersei. Before we begin, we have some special news to share.
This is our last episode of Two Chicks and a Flick.
We have had 17 episodes and talked about 64 movies.
But don't worry, we have more to talk about on this special 18th episode of Two Chicks and a Flick.
Well, let's start by answering the trivia question from last time.
How many suns does Luke's home planet of Tatooine have in Star Wars?
The answer is 2.
Well, let's get into it. The first movie we're going to talk about is Creed 3.
Still dominating the boxing world, Adonis Creed is thriving in his career and family life. When Damien, a childhood friend and former boxing prodigy, resurfaces after serving time in prison, he's eager to prove that he deserves his shot in the ring.
The face-off between former friends is more than just a fight. To settle the score, Adonis must put his future on the line to battle Damien, a fighter who has nothing to lose.
This film will come out March 3rd, 2023.
Seems very exciting. Now let's take a look at a movie we are especially thrilled about.
This movie is called 100 Years, and it doesn't come out until 2115.
It was actually filmed in 2015 but won't premiere until 100 years later. There was only one commercial that aired and showed almost no information. Their tagline was, "The movie you'll never see."
The movie has been held in a vault since production and will remain there until the premiere. In 2015, invites were sent to the famous people of the time and instructed to pass those invitations to their next generations. So the premiere will consist of the later generations of the famous people from 2015.
Now, whether those will actually get passed down, we don't know. But we do know that this movie was directed by Robert Rodriguez and was written by John Malkovich, who also starred in many films like Beowulf, Red, Of Mice and Men, Johnny English, and many more popular films.
It seems today almost no one remembers anything about the movie. So I wonder what the popularity will be like in 2115.
Good question. Considering we'll be in our hundreds, then I guess we may never know.
Well, I think it's time to conclude our final episode. We've reached 66 movies and 18 episodes.
We hope you liked our segment and stayed up to date with all the newest movies.
We'll see you around.
Bye, and thank you for joining us for Two Chicks and a Flick.
I can't believe that was our last time ever seeing two chicks on the screen.
Me too. I think it's time for some world news.
Japan and the Netherlands have agreed to deal with the U.S. to restrict China's access to materials used to make advanced computer chips. A person familiar with the agreement told the Associated Press on Sunday. The person declined to be identified because the deal hasn't yet been formally announced. It's unclear when all three sides will unveil the agreement. The White House declined to comment.
Former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that President Vladimir Putin didn't seem serious about avoiding war in the days before Russia invaded Ukraine, and at one point told the British leader it would be easy to kill him with a missile. The Kremlin denied Putin made any such threat. In a documentary released Monday, Johnson says he called Putin in February of 2022 and tried to dissuade him from war. telling him Ukraine would not be joining NATO in the foreseeable future, a long-standing concern of the Russian leader, and warning invasion would bring massive Western sanctions.
On Monday, China accused the United States of indiscriminate use of force in shooting down a suspected Chinese spy balloon, saying it seriously impacted and damaged both sides' efforts and progress in stabilizing Sino-U.S. relations. The U.S. shot down the balloon off the Carolina coast after it traversed sensitive military sites across North America. China insisted the flyover was an accident involving a civilian aircraft.
Hey Marley, did you have any fun during the snow days last week?
I did, but I'm really curious to see how this next week's skies will treat us.
I hear Jordan has all of our weather updates. Take it away, Jordan.
What's up, Cersei? Let's get into today's weather. Today we'll be having a high of 60, your rain at 97%, winds at east at 9 miles per hour, your humidity at 91%, and your sun rose at 7 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight we'll be having a low of 41 with rain at 99% chance, winds at southwest 14 miles per hour, humidity at 89%, and your sunset at 5:42 p.m. On to the almanac. For the last 7 days, your high has been 69, low is 21. Monthly average of precipitation has been 3.9 inches, and your month to date has been 0.45 inches. On to the 5cast. For Thursday, it will be sunny with a 63 as your high, a 39 as your low with a 6% chance of rain. Friday will be partly cloudy with a 47 as your high, 26 as your low with a 16% chance of rain. Saturday will be sunny with 49 as your high, 28 as your low with a 3% chance of rain. Sunday will be partly cloudy with 55 as your high, 40 as your low with a 5% chance of rain. And on Monday, it will be mostly sunny with 61 as your high, 46 as your low, and a 24% chance of rain.
Thanks, Jordan. I'm excited for tonight's rain.
Yeah, but for the rest of the week, we won't have much rain.
Well, what's for lunch, Marley?
Today for lunch, we'll be having classic cheese pizza, classic cheeseburger in bun, chicken and mozzarella, berry parfait, buffalo ranch chicken wrap, pineapple tidbits, and milk.
I really wasn't expecting to miss my fellow classmates over our unexpected ice break.
Me neither. Let's send it over to Trent and Sadie with this week's episode of What Do You Really Know to catch up with some familiar faces.
Hey guys, I'm Trent.
And I'm Sadie.
And we're here with What Do You Really Know?
The segment where we go around to ask students and teachers trivia questions to see what they truly know.
To start off today's episode, here's the answer to last episode's trivia question.
The question was, what is a single strand of spaghetti called?
The answer is a spaghetto.
Interesting. Now let's get into some trivia.
In what city can you find the Eiffel Tower? Europe, Paris, Canada, or Georgia?
Paris.
What was the first state in the United States? Germany, Delaware, Utah, or Kentucky?
It's Utah.
What was the first state in the United States? Germany, Delaware, Utah, or Kentucky?
Delaware.
Some of y'all really don't know your geography.
Yeah, some of you guys really need to study up.
Well, let's see some more trivia.
Which of the following celebrities never graduated high school? Jennifer Lawrence, Jane Fonda, Sylvester Stallone, or Conway Twitty?
The last one. What fast food chain is best known for its golden arches? Taco Bell, McDonald's, Popeyes, or Slim's?
McDonald's.
Whose real name is Stefani Germanotta? Machine Gun Kelly, Sia, Hannah Montana, or Lady Gaga?
Sia.
Who's Stefani Germanotta?
I'm not really that sure myself, but the celebrity without a high school diploma was Jennifer Lawrence.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. As usual, we're going to leave you with a trivia question.
Who was the second man to walk on the moon?
We'll have that answer for you next time, Cersei. Bye.
Man, what do I really know?
I'm not even sure if I would have known the answer to some of those questions.
Well, did you go to the basketball game last week?
I did, and I had lots of fun.
Well, I wasn't able to make it, but I heard it was a pretty crazy game.
Oh, it was. It was neck and neck the entire time.
Let's send it over to Jacob to get more on recent games and all other updates in the sports world.
Take it away, Jacob.
Happy Wednesday, Cersei High. I hope everyone was able to have a safe little break from school last week. We've got quite a bit of sports updates to get into, so let's jump right into it. In local sports, many games from Monday through Thursday of last week were canceled or postponed due to ice storms all across Arkansas. Big games and matches that were postponed due to the weather include the boys varsity and junior varsity basketball game against Batesville on Monday, a wrestling matchup against Cabot on Tuesday, and a conference tournament for the bowling team that was supposed to take place on Wednesday. The only things that were made up at this time was the boys basketball game against Batesville where they played on Saturday, beating the Pioneers 63-52, and the bowling tournament where they made it up on Monday. No information has been released yet on the wrestling match or other games, but when they do, we'll make sure to tell you. The Searcy Lions boys and girls basketball teams had a game against the Paragould Rams here at the high school last Friday. The boys lost their game 74-67 to put their record at 13-8 and their conference record to 5-4, with the Lady Lions losing their game against the Rams too, with the final score coming out to 50-42, putting their record at 8-10 and their conference record at 3-6. Both the boys and girls' next games will be this Friday, where they play the Marion Patriots here at the high school. Moving on to national sports, on Sunday, star guard for the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving, was traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Spencer Dinwiddie, Duran Finley-Smith, and future first-round picks in 2029, along with a second-round pick in 2027. Kyrie this year averaged 27 points per game while shooting 37% from the three-point line. After this trade, the Mavericks look to be a scary competitive team in the West for years to come. In the NFL, the AFC and NFC Championship games happened last week, where we saw the San Francisco 49ers take on the Eagles in Philadelphia in the NFC Championship game, while the Cincinnati Bengals traveled to Kansas City to take on the Chiefs at Arrowhead in the AFC Championship game. In the NFC Championship, the game looked to be an exciting one until 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy on the first drive injured his elbow, causing them to be pulled from the game. The Eagles were able to take advantage of the injury and would win the game 31-7. Sending them to their first Super Bowl since their Super Bowl win in 2018 against Tom Brady and the Patriots. In the AFC Championship game, it would start off slow with both teams getting 2 field goals and the Chiefs only getting a touchdown late in the second quarter to put them up 13-6 going into halftime. In the second half, though, both teams would start to trade touchdowns back and forth throughout the game, where in the final drive for the Kansas City Chiefs, they were able to kick a game-winning field goal to win the game 23-20 and send them to their third Super Bowl in 4 years. Super Bowl 57 will take place at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, and will be played on Sunday, February 12th. Also in NFL news, Wednesday last week on February 1st, 45-year-old quarterback for the New England Patriots and Tampa Bay Buccaneers Tom Brady released a statement saying that he will be retiring and putting an end to his 24-year career. During his time in the NFL, he won 7 Super Bowls along with being in 10 of them, won 5 Super Bowl MVPs, won league MVP 3 times, became all-time leader in passing yards with 89,000 yards, became the all-time leader in touchdown passes with 649 passes, is a 15-time Pro Bowler, and is the all-time leader in wins with 251 wins. Congratulations to Brady on such a career, and he will always be remembered as the greatest football player of all time. Well, Cersei, that's all the sports updates I have for you today. I hope everyone has a great rest of their Wednesday morning. Now back to the news desk with Marley and Sophia.
Thanks, Jacob. I'm super excited for the Super Bowl.
Well, I'm super excited for the snacks at the Super Bowl parties.
Well, it looks like all the time we have for you today, Cersei. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Cersei High Lion TV.
And follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Cersei Lion TV, and on Facebook at Cersei High Lion TV. Also, there's a poll up on our Instagram story right now where you can choose who you want to win the Super Bowl.
What are you thinking, Chiefs or Eagles?
Personally, Eagles. What about you?
I think the Chiefs.
Well, I guess we'll see you on Sunday. I'm Marley Price.
And I'm Sophia Neighbors. Have an awesome rest of your week, Cersei.